What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerdcast. My name is Splattercat. We are playing Jagged Alliance Flashback, where we had gotten ourselves into a bit of a nasty situation. So in case you were wondering, in between episodes, like how the healing works, the healing actually works really, really well. I think they've struck a good middle ground in between healing taking a while, like in the old games, versus healing going way too fast, as it is in a lot of modern games. And so you've got to sit around for 4 or 5 hours on the map, which means it costs you money in order to heal. But at the same time, in terms of gameplay longevity, it seems to fit pretty well. And so if we sit this out after this fight, we're not bleeding, so we're feeling pretty good right now. As long as we're not bleeding, we should be okay.
Spotted the enemy.
The enemy's right there. I think I'm gonna take a shot at him. Oh, we got him with a 60% shot. Hell yeah. We went fishing and came back with a grouper. Alright. Over here with Bones, there was another guy back up in here somewhere, and where he went, I don't know, but I'd rather not find out. Let's go ahead and... He can take fire from over there, but he should be... Actually, let's scoot him over by one, just to make sure. And then we'll have him just keep an eye on that area right there. I'll have him... Oh, he's out of bullets. Never mind, he can't reload, can he? Yikes. Okay, so he's already gone through all of his ammo, and we're on our, like, second engagement. Alright, let's crouch him down. We'll make use of him in a little bit. That means that we need Cliffy over here to jump in and become useful, because our other friend... Is there somebody hiding behind this tree right now? I was gonna say... I'm gonna feel real foolish if I jump on in here and there's somebody behind this tree, and then I'm gonna have him take a knee behind that rock right there. Actually, you know what? Take a prone behind that rock. Do whatever you want. It would totally rock if you would go prone right now. Okay, so that guy's gonna waste a bunch of his AP trying to run up on me with a knife. I don't know why he stepped back by one. Maybe he gets some kind of charge bonus or something. I don't know. So for 8 AP, we can lay him out. Let's go for it. There we go. Fish for a kill and came back with something. That's good. Have him get back up on his feet. We'll have him turn around since he's ascertained an enemy presence. Okay, so this guy's... He's sitting on the bench. Apparently they took him off the main team. They said, you know what? You right here, Ivan Drago, you are now on the bench. Isn't that the name of the guy from Rocky? Ivan Drago? Pretty sure. Or it was like Drago Ivan or something. I'm pretty sure that was the name of the guy from Rocky. Oh, so this is our next turn. Okay, so I'm going to move Bones over to here. We're going to try and flank this position. I'm going to keep Cliff up front and ready to roll as, like, the guy. I think. Actually, I may have Cliff try to flank over to here as well. That's partial cover. Alright, so I didn't explain that, but a big shield is full cover. Partial shield is half cover, and then this little light outline is light cover. Light, medium, and heavy, I think is how they call it in the tutorial, but I don't remember. The 45 ACP ammo in the Gangster 45 is actually going to be really helpful. Anything with a burst fire and an automatic fire can really turn the tide of a fight if you find yourself... Like, for example, this situation right here where they had flanked me, had I an automatic weapon, I could have turned around and just gone brap, brap, and laid that guy out real fast. That's kind of like a panic shooting move.
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay, Brewski's already good to go right there. Let's see what he does. I would rather... Okay, so he's just going to hang tight. It looks like he is not going to move a smidge. So I'm going to move to this wall right here, and we'll see what he does. That means it's going to force him to come around this way. Along this side, I think I'm going to go for... There's no really great cover on this side, but I think I can play hopscotch behind this cow or this goat or whatever the hell that is. It's a goat. It's a pretty big Chivo, though. Let's go over here, and I think I'll probably have him move up along this fence as well. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to have this person... Think of this person as like a hinge. We're going to have him stay, and we're just going to have these people wheel around the hinge. Just think about it like that. He's going to have to do something pretty soon. Oh, he's going to take a shot. Oh, there's another one. Okay. So, that actually flushed out Kyle Joker Neff.
Yes.
Alright. So, we got to decide with him whether we want to hold this position or whether we want to fall back, because he's not going to get any help right here since he's our hinge. Unfortunately... That's the problem with this entire tactical situation, is the problem may become unhinged along the way. I think I'm going to rush up. Since he's almost out of ammo anyways, I'm going to rush him up. We're going to have him hit the deck. And he's not going to be able to fire it anyway. Oh, I was hoping this would take him out of line of sight. Doesn't look like it worked out that way, though. And then on this side, am I bleeding right now? There's blood everywhere. Okay, he's not bleeding, but there is blood, so that always makes me nervous. You can lose a lot of HP in this game from just random bleeding out of orifices after you take a shot. And not the fun kind of shot, either. I'm going to have him get prone so that he's out of line of sight. That pretty much isolates the fire on Bones. And I think what I would prefer to do is I'm going to move him up to the bench right here. And we'll wait and see what this guy does. So let's have him take a knee. We need to watch out for that rifle. I don't know if he's got like a... Ooh. I don't know if he's got like a Nagant or a... I don't know if he's got a Mosin or what he's got, but I don't want to get shot by it. So 96% chance on his torso. Let's go for that. And so we've got a casualty right there. His gun is terrifying. So basically anytime you see somebody with a long rifle in this game, you should become incredibly nervous about the fact that they are still alive. On this side, I think it's in our best interest if we have... I'm going to start using the clickies down here in the bottom left-hand corner. I like them better. I don't want to get into a shootout right there, unfortunately. I'm going to try and flank around, and we'll just leave Bones where he's at the moment. And if he gets shot, he gets shot, I guess. Can you return fired right there? You can. It's not going to do you much good, though. Let's maybe get you on your feet. That's not going to help me out much either. Alright. Let's just get him low so that he's out of line of sight. Line of sight in this game is a little bit odd. Like, sometimes it does things that it's supposed to, and other times the line of sight, as you may have saw in the first battle, is very, very weird. The thing is about Full Control, they do support their games very well. They followed through with Space Hulk for a long time, and so I'm hoping they'll continue to patch this game up and continue to kind of sand off some of the rough edges. If they don't, I think they'll be dropping the ball on a series that a lot of people love, and actually a lot of people care about, and I think it could damage their reputation slightly. So that would just be my advice, is please support the game. I mean, everything in the past with your company has shown that you do support the games that you have, but just throwing it out there. We'll go with 91%. There we go. So 21 damage on him. That's going to nerf his AP slightly. It's going to take him 14 to get over there. You know what? I'm just going to keep him low. I don't know why this character isn't moving around, but yeah, I was going to say, he's going to have to move eventually. Like, he has no choice. He's basically about to be super pinned. Like, he's already pinned, but he's about to be a lot worse pinned. Okay, and so there's another casualty. That's going to end up the combat. And it's going to allow us to take a look around. I don't think we got that much loot on this one. We got a disappointing amount of loot, unfortunately. There's like a milk jug underneath that. Milk jug full of vodka or tequila or something. Okay. Let's go get the Gangster 45. I'm going to swap that weapon out right now. And so what I want to do is I want to unload that right there. They fixed this. I'm really, really glad that they fixed this. In the pre-release, the bullets wouldn't stack properly, so you'd end up with like 5 stacks of 345 ACP. So glad that they fixed that, because frankly, it used to drive me crazy in the pre-release version. So we'll go ahead and swap him out for the Gangster 45. This game does have a lot of extra graphs and things. If you're interested in that, just be aware. Oh, good, it stacks. What does this stack up to? Hopefully like 50 or 60. I mean, it's only one reload, but I'm not going to go with burst fire. We are in a situation right now where we don't have a way to resupply ourselves, so I'm going to try not to go full auto on anybody unless I'm really, really pinned. During the Prohibition's ear. I remember the Prohibition's ear. If you wanted it, you can take a look. It's got a rangefinder right here, and so these are by meters, I think. By 10 meters, it's got 89% accuracy, and then it makes a modifier by your marksmanship skill as well. And so you can see how well you're going to do all the way out to different distances. It also has the damage correlated with the different distances you can fire. If you prefer a graph, there it is right there. You can look at the accuracy versus range fall off as you go through, and then also there's a graph for the damage fall off. And so if you're one of those people that really, really, really likes to look at statistics, I do appreciate the fact that they put in graphs for each of the weapons. That was kind of a cool decision by the developers. It's not something that I think I've ever seen in a game before. I don't know if that was in previous Jagged Alliance titles. You'll have to fill me in. If you're a old Jagged Alliance player, you'll have to let me know. Now, these guys are all on their feet now. Not a lot of loot. I think this fight kind of made up for it by giving us a really, really good gun. But much beyond that, it didn't help us out too much. Bones is still completely and totally dry on ammunition. I could cut a stack of my 45 ACP in half and give him the 1911. That is something that I could do right now, but it's not something that I'm really stoked about doing, so I may wait on it. Now what we need to do is loot out the remainder of this city. I don't think that the game has... Yeah. So in previous iterations of the series, what they had a sector loot thing so that you wouldn't have to run around and look for loot in all the different cabinets and things. After you won the fight, the game just assumed that you searched the entire area, and you had a big tab over on this side that it would say sector loot, and it would just have everything that was in the sector that you could then use in order to just loot it straight to your inventory. And it was a cool way to kind of streamline the process of looting, but since it doesn't have it in this game, unfortunately, I'm going to have to run around a little bit, and I'm going to see if I can find things that we can use. So I'm going to go check this cabinet over here, probably check, is there any cabinet over here? I mean, you'll regret it if you don't do it. That's the thing that I'll say. So for example, there's a bandana right there, and so we can throw that on our head. So now our character has a bandana. I don't really know if it helps us. Armor penalty minus 25%. I don't know what that means, but hopefully it's helpful. We've also got an eSpace board rec. What the hell? eSpace Rec board game. Set in the isolated truck of an ancient French car lost in the graveyard, players lead a small army of armored termotetanators in a ferocious fight against hordes of ants, gin stealers. Oh, it's a Space Hulk. Okay, it's a Space Hulk joke. Alright, gin stealers. Gotcha. Alright, I had to make a little cut right there. Sorry about that. Business came up that had to be handled. Unfortunately, I couldn't duck it. But we've got like half an episode left. And so where we had left off, I think I was looting locations. Now, I do sincerely hope that they'll add the sector loot feature back because, honestly, running around, I mean, it's very Baldur's Gate. It's very old school to run around and have to loot like everything in an area. But at the same time, I don't know. I think it could be done in a little bit more smooth of a fashion, instead of me panning over every single building trying to see if there's any loot nodes around anywhere, which seems lackluster to me. I mean, I don't know. Some people might like it, I guess. People that really, really get nostalgic might like it, but that's not me. Okay, so we got a location over here. I'm going to run him on over to the opposite side of the market. We'll check this cabinet. Got ourselves a bandana and a Space Hulk game out of the last one. I think the Space Hulk game is like vendor trash or something like that. Did I not loot it? Oh, man. That means I got to go back and do it again. How come nobody's running around right now? Hold on, what's going on over here? Brewski?
Sure thing.
How come you're not finishing your move order? I got sidetracked with beer.
On my way.
Like, yeah, I used to have that problem too. A 5.56 NATO. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, we'll throw that in the community chest right there. Not to make a Monopoly joke too quickly, but you know, you make Monopoly jokes where you make Monopoly jokes. If it happens, it happens. What I've learned about YouTube, kids, is that if a joke is on the tip of your tongue, just go for it. Just go for it. I think this is the way that the map is supposed to be spaced anyways, and then I gotta go back and find that Space Hulk game again because I think you can vendor it. Let's see, where was that at? Over ma? No, not over ma. Damn it, I've lost a Space Hulk game. That's nothing new. I haven't played Space Hulk in a while, actually. I should go back and I should give the old Space Hulk a little run through. Well, damn. It looks like I've lost the loot node, and I don't want to sit around for like half an episode looking for the loot node, so I'll probably find it in between episodes. Go grab it. It was around here somewhere, and I've rotated the camera, and it's all confusing now, and I just don't know what to do with myself anymore. Let's go to the bar!
Fine.
I mean, you could say, you don't have to... You sound a little bit grumpy about the fact that I'm sending you to a bar, man. Your name is Brewski. I mean, I figured that this would be the assignment of a dream for you. I mean, you're getting paid to go into a bar with a firearm and get super drunk. I mean, come on now, or at least talk to a guy. Don't get drunk. Never mind. I take that back. Don't get drunk. Now, these people over on the wall are mercenaries that you can hire if you're interested in their skills, but from what I remember, they are really, really expensive.
Moving.
There's Spice. I knew he was around here somewhere.
Sure thing.
This was the guy that we needed to find. And so he says, "Who do you think you are shooting up my town? I had everything under control." Marion sent us. She did? Huh. Well, that's the first good news I've heard in a while, if it's true. But the way you handled the prince's soldiers here will surely provoke another raid. It was the simplest way to deal with them. But we're here to help. Tell us what's happening. Well, I'm glad you're here. We need all the help that we can get right now. What would you like to hear about? Let's see. How is life in Badia? Badia is usually a quiet place. We get bullied and harassed just like everyone else. It's a small town, so everyone sticks together and lives through it. What about the rest of Salt? Wait, what did that say? What about the rest of what? Ah, never mind. Whatever. Not much else here. We have a small farm on the north side of the damnable Lilitu prison on the east side of the island. What can you tell me about the prison? A hellhole if I've ever seen one. Never saw anything like that in Canada. Lilitu is a miserable place where the prince's soldiers take anyone they don't like. Most are never seen again after that. And what's the farm like? The farm's run by Miguel, a good friend of mine. It's small, but supplies us with food, or with what food it can, as they are heavily taxed from the prince. You don't look local. What's your story? Take care of the prince, and maybe I'll tell you. Alright, anything you need help with? I'm worried about Farmer Miguel. He's usually in town at least once a day. Go check on him. His farm is to the north. Alright, we'll go check on him for you, because obviously being the protagonist of the entire game, that means that we're basically just an over-glorified gopher for everybody. Alright, and so that leaves us with one task left at hand, to find ourselves the magical Space Hulk game. Maybe it was in this cabinet right here. This cabinet looks familiar. Yeah, Space Hulk. Go ahead and put that in our inventory. I'm assuming that there's going to be vendors later on, although I never found one in the pre-release version, so I think I'm going to be playing it a little bit from the hip right there. I think now that we took a little bit of damage on that one. Taking a look at the cumulative damage that we took, I think we need to get, Bones is useless to us right now, and so we need to get him re-equipped, and I think the best way to do that is going to be to split this stack right here. Like, let's split it by 21 rounds. And that leaves me enough ammo to where I can reload if I have to. I'm going to keep this on single shot, though. And then with Cliff, let's go ahead and we'll take his gun. We'll give him that. And then we'll throw a... Yeah, we'll throw him a 45 ACP in there. We'll have him reload that real fast. Oh, that's good, too. In pre-release, these buttons didn't work, so I'm glad that those do now. I mean, it is the release version, you know. Perks, what does this do? I'm mousing over it right now. Nothing, apparently. Alright. He's got another one called Smoke Cloud, and there's like some other stuff going on. Is everybody reloaded right now? Cliff is not. Go ahead, Cliffy boy, get yourself reloaded, and then we'll rock on out of here. I like how we have a bandana, although it does sort of hide our awesome mullet a little bit. But I guess we'll leave it be, and we won't discuss it for right now. Let's go back to... Yeah, we got to go back. I mean, we could leave somebody here. We could leave Bones here to train militia. I'm not really interested in refighting over the same territory over and over again. If it happens, it happens, but I'm not going to cry about it. It looks like it's rainy out right now. Let's go all the way back to here. And then what you want to do once you're at this location is I think you click on... There's a place that we click to go like aground here. There it is. I think you double click. There's not like a little globe or anything like there is like vice versa. I wish that there was a little globy thing that allowed you to get here. Looks like we've arrived under the... Yeah, we're under the guise of nightfall right now, which is not so good. I prefer to keep myself out from underneath, guys. You know how it goes. Different strokes for different folks, but just a personal preference. Let's go on over here. The guise of nightfall. That definitely sounds like a strip club thing. The guise of nightfall. Like, oh yeah. Let's talk to Miguel. Hola. Are you Farmer Miguel? Yes, who are you and what business do you have here? Spice sent me to check on you. He was worried something might have happened. Ah, gracias. Though I wish you would have made it out here sooner. It seems like you've had better days. What happened? There was a time the prince's soldiers used to leave us alone until recently when we heard explosions, and soon after they came shouting and accusing us of aiding in a prison escape. I told them we had no knowledge of it, but they wouldn't listen to me. They took my daughter away and shot the rest of my family. I wouldn't wish this upon anyone. They come by every day now demanding money and... Wait, what was that? Dios, I think they are here. And indeed they are here. And so we need to set ourselves up on a defensive perimeter. Like perhaps... Oh, I don't know. It looks like we've got a decent amount of cover down this way. Let's keep to the fences right here. Okay, so we've got an enemy contact now. Although this engagement is much longer range than I would have preferred. And it looks like they've also had the ability to take the first turn, and so they got the jump on us, unfortunately. Ooh! A critical hit on Bones. Dear God. Okay, so Bones is definitely wounded. And so we're going to have to see to him very, very quickly. I don't know if he's got bandages or anything else on him, but we're going to have to lock and load right here. So it's going to be 8 AP now for us to take a shot. 76% chance. I'm going to open fire. See if I can clear out this road a little bit, and then I'm going to have him duck behind cover. Or run and stand behind cover, I guess. Got nothing but pistols over here. What have you got for me? Take those shots and maybe we'll be able to... I mean, he's sustained fire and he's wounded, but unfortunately he's not down yet. That leaves him in the middle of the street, which is not peak. I was hoping those shots would kill. That's what I was going for, but unfortunately it didn't come out that way. I'm going to have him drop and get behind cover right there. And now we've got to wait and see if Bones gets himself aced. Okay, so he bled to death. Let's have Bones come over here. And now that Bones is with us, what can I do with this?
No, sir.
Can I hand that off to Bones then? I can. Good. Okay, so we handed that off to Bones. He's going to use a band-aid. That's going to make him stop his bleeding. His health is looking very, very subpar right now. You do need to bandage your wounds. If you take a look right here, you see that red space? That means that the wound has been seen to and it will heal on its own. I forgot to do that, and so unfortunately that means we've got to rest on the overmap, I think, a little bit longer in order to get that health back. I'm going to hang tight right here. Let's take a knee. I'm going to have him fall. Let's have him, I don't know, get behind this big tanky thing right here. I don't know what that is, but it looks like it's a receptacle of some sort. And it seems like it might be good for supplying you with cover. I'm going to have him jump up. We'll have him run off behind the receptacle as well. I don't have visual on any enemies. We have a doctor's bag on the loot bag right there, so that's good. That'll help us out in just a minute. We have another guy advancing across the field with cows all around him. Peter Stolehammer, the Prince's militia. Ooh, and we're flanked over on this side, it appears like. Let's have him turn this way. Unfortunately, we're taking fire from that direction, but from whom I'm not really sure. That's full cover right there. I like that spot, but that would be a really aggressive move with a wounded character. I'm going to step off this way. Long shot right there that's going to cost us a lot to make, and so I'm going to have him drop behind cover for a minute. We need to figure out who's firing at Cliff, and so I'm going to run him back into cover on this side, and we'll have him take a knee. On this side, I'm going to have Brewski get low, and we're just going to wait. We're going to let them advance on us. And so hopefully they'll leave themselves open a little bit. I think we should be denying them line of sight pretty nastily right now, I think. Have him look out this way. And just keep an eye out. Okay, so there's somebody shooting from this direction until unfortunately they close the gap with me. Not having a whole lot of options to deal with them. We can take a couple shots from right here, although it is... Let's go for it. It's a 50-50. Maybe we'll get some freebie damage. Hey, a double hit on 50s. Alright. Alright. I'm going to have him stand up. Take a shot. That guy's now down, and then we're going to have him drop back behind cover again. Play a little game of peekaboo. Oh, there he is. Paco Paco. A name so nice, you gotta say it twice. Who was the comedian that did that? Nick... Was it Nick Kroll? I don't know. Anyways. I forget the... God, that's a comedy routine. The name's so nice, you gotta say it twice. It's definitely a comedy routine that I've heard of in the past. Oh, he can actually be fired upon. That is bad. I wish that they had an eye line in this game that would run in between your characters. Like, let's say that I select a character and I make a line, go like that over somebody. I wish that it drew a line from their eyesight to the character, kind of Warhammer 40k style, to determine whether you had line of sight or not, because it would make it easier. Or, for example, if you moused over a location, you could hold down shift from there, and you could draw an eye line from there. Now, it would only give you a standing eye line, not a squatting or laying down eye line, but it would be at least enough to, like, judge your next move by. Let's hang tight. I think he might go after Bones, though, unfortunately. He's going to advance. Not the smartest move for him, but you know what? Whatever. We'll open fire on this side. I'm going to have him stand up. I don't know how many enemies we're up against in this engagement. It could be a lot, but I'm going to try and keep everybody safe. So let's make sure that people that are prone and people that are standing are prone, and just make sure everybody's laying down on the job. This is one situation at the Nerd Castle where it's 100% okay for you to be laying down on the job. Have him stand up and I'll have him take a look. See if maybe we can get eye contact on anything. Nothing that way, so we're good right there. Let's have Bones stand up, see if he can get us any eye visual. Okay, so there's somebody coming from over there. That's where we're lit up from. Somebody. Oh, shit, he's right in front of me. Okay, so that's a shot that I can't afford to make, unfortunately. We'll have him drop. I can take shots at him from right here, and I think I will. I'm firing across my own men, but he's prone, so I don't think it's going to hurt us that much. What's wrong with him? So he's had sustained fire against him. He has cover, and he's wounded. Okay, so basically the pluses means that your second shot gets a bonus versus your first shot. Okay, that's good. I'm learning new things right now. And so as long as you maintain fire on somebody, your accuracy goes up, and you get an accuracy bonus for being prone, and then we lose accuracy for being in cover and also for being wounded slightly. All right. I think I'm going to have my character go for the kill shot right here. Oh, hey. If you kill Bones, I'm going to be upset with you. Okay, enemy eradicated. How is your shooting skill moving along? Yeah, you're almost at 86 points. Hell yeah. Okay, so I'm excited about that. We got a doctor's bag, which from what I understand is a reasonably expensive item, and it's going to allow us to heal our characters. And, yeah, 60 medical bag. So I don't know if that means it requires 60 medicine in order to use, but we'll throw it in our inventory. Sure. I mean, it might slow us down slightly, but I don't mind. We're going to, let's reload that gun right, oh, let's reload it. I'm sorry, I said unload, but I meant reload. Have everybody get bullets back in their guns. Awesome, and so now do we go back and talk to Miguel one more time? Let's go find out. I think we probably want to go back and talk to Miguel. Por favor, you have to help me bring back my daughter. Her name is Vicky. I think they are keeping her at Lilitu prison. That's where they take everyone. Get her back for me. All right, we'll try and get her back. Oh, thank you very much. If you do this for me, I'll do whatever I can to repay the favor. And before you go, take this rifle. It might help you to save my little girl. Is it a 7.62 by chance? That's not a rifle. That's a shotgun. Okay. Well, it's not an entirely bad call. I think what I'll do is I'm going to think about it. I'm going to save game and end my episode right here. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me in the Nerdcast for the next episode of Jagged Alliance Flashback. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Take care, everybody, and I do.